sun illuminates the eyes behind these tinted lens. Deep within your mind is hidden gems. Take the time to dig. Always so conscious with no conscience, feel unconscious still. How can we budget trying to bond all these monthly bills? They taught us lies about the world that really wasn't real. Hidden agendas that have still yet to be revealed. They took the minds of...
What's good, people? Back with another video. So you know it's that time. Let you know what's on my mind. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And today, we're going to get into another reaction video. Ran across this video, and I wanted to react to it. Let's make this smaller so we can see. Alright. So pretty much what's going on in this video, man, is a mother who's saying her son is getting bullied. So she decided to give him some advice. So let's get into this.
To be played with.
Mom, but you saw I can't cut.
You say it, and you walk past and you let that nigga.
How you gonna say it?
You let that nigga know. So I'm walking past. Shut the fuck up. Say it, and I mean you mean it.
Okay.
You don't have to say it to my face, but I'm walking past.
Okay, I won't. I'm not gonna say it right now. Just say it.
I'm RJ. Put it.
Say it just like this.
Look, man, I ain't bashing this woman, her parenting and nothing like that. I'm just giving my perspective on this. This right here, these type of situations, is. Let's finish watching the video first.
Yeah, say it today.
How should she say it, Amari?
Be like, no, you shut the fuck up, bitch.
Just like that.
The fuck?
Okay. Just like that.
Add the fuck on it.
I mean that. You shut the fuck up, bitch. And be like, and don't say shit else to me.
The fuck?
Okay. Like, you gotta let that motherfucker know that you not the fucking one. He wanna be picking on 6th grader because he's a bitch. You let him know you pick on the 6th grader, but bitch, not this one. And I mean,
so how you gonna say it?
Be mad on the inside.
Okay.
Alright, man. Before we finish watching the rest of the video, what I want to say is, man, this is why it is important to have real masculine and manly father figures, you know, raising these kids, man, and be present around these kids. Now, you know, because this type of situation right here is for a father to be handling. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this, what she doing, I'm sure this woman got the best intentions. I ain't, you know what I'm saying, speaking down on her parenting because I don't know this lady. I'm just going based off strictly what I see in this video. And what I see is this kid right here is a good kid, man. You know what I'm saying? It seems like he polite, he got a pleasant disposition. You know, he seems like a pretty jolly kid. You can see he's smiling. He can't even really take this situation seriously, you know what I'm saying? It just all just seems like this a pretty good kid. And her as a mother, she trying to teach him to stand up for himself and defend himself, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But from a man's perspective, this is really not the proper way to handle this, you know, in my personal opinion. See, what she's doing and what whoever the girl is, I guess this may be his sister or whatever, I ain't gonna make no speculation. But what they doing as women is they teaching him to have an emotional response. You know what I'm saying? Like, she trying to teach him to stand up for himself. That's cool, but that's the wrong way to go about it. See, the proper way that a man, a real father would have handled this situation is to address the situation with his son. And once he discovered his son getting bullied, like, just teaching him to talk shit back ain't doing nothing. Because if he say the wrong thing to somebody and he ain't ready to back that up, then he gonna get his little head punched in. And then it ain't that because he not. So what a man would have done, a real man would have done, a father, he would address this situation not by teaching this kid to react emotionally, because all this talking and look, he can't even get it out. He's a good kid. So you teaching this kid emotional reactions, you know what I'm saying? And that emotion shit work for women because you're not expected to back it up all the time. That's why women can talk shit to men and feel like they can get away with it because they know they won't get their head smacked off their shoulders unless they run into the right one. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, even me, my mama, R.I.P., she even taught me, you know, if anybody put their hands on you, male or female, you defend yourself. Now, she talking about if this kid walk by and say something crazy to him and you supposed to say something back, that's teaching an emotional response. That's things that women can handle. What a man would have done is taught this kid immediately how to defend himself. Okay, somebody bully you, son. Well, we need to teach you how to defend yourself, because you don't need to worry about what somebody say to you or say about you, because people gonna always have something to say to you or say about you, and you can't let them control your emotions in that way, because what that would do is cause you to react emotionally, and then things can go bad from there because you're not using your logic and thinking. That's the perspective of a man. She give him, and this other girl is giving him the perspective of a woman, which is an emotional reaction. But as a man, he should be teaching this kid, don't change who you are. Continue to be who you are. Be proud of who you are. Continue to be a cool kid, a happy kid. But what we gonna do is we gonna give you some classes. We gonna teach you how to defend yourself. We gonna give you some boxing lessons. We gonna give you some karate lessons. We gonna do some sparring, whatever we need to do. We just gonna train you up. And that way, you ain't gotta worry about what nobody say about you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about what nobody say to you. But once they put their hands on you, then you get off in their ass. You know what I'm saying? And that's how man handle things. Let's finish watching this some more of this video.
Right now, like in front of you?
He's so respectful that he don't even want to cuss. Which is, and you can attribute that to good parenting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying this lady wrong, but she is giving him the solution that a woman would take. You know what I'm saying? The same thing, no matter how much women try to make it seem like men and women live two totally separate lives and deal with two totally sets of different consequences based on your actions and your emotions and how you go about doing things. It's just certain shit that's not gonna fly.
Yes. It's your only path.
Okay, it's my only path.
Your only path.
Okay. No, you shut the fuck up.
It's so funny because you can tell, man, this is a good kid, man. This kid don't want no trouble. He probably just got somebody messing with him at school, and he just trying to avoid it and just handle his business, man. But teaching him to react with that emotional reaction ain't gonna get him into a situation that he is clearly not ready for. Because if you got a kid talking shit to you, now granted, a lot of time bullies only target people who they feel like may be weak or they can handle them any kind of way, but at the same time, don't teach this kid to try to pretend to be somebody else, you know what I'm saying? What you do is prepare him for that situation or in a situation when it arrives. Because like I said, man, people can always say something to you and trigger you, especially if they know that they can make you angry with what they saying. They always got control of you, you know what I'm saying? You they puppet pretty much, because they know how to control your emotions, you know what I'm saying? And as a man, it's paramount that you remain in control of your emotions at all time and put your logic before emotions, you know what I'm saying? Because if a dude was to say that to the girl, she can say, shut the fuck up, bitch, or whatever, and these days, you know what I'm saying, you run into the right little boy, he'll lay hands on the female still, but generally, it's still generally accepted that men don't put their hand on women and males don't put their hands on females, you know what I'm saying? But you tell that kid to say that to the wrong kid, and this little kid really thugging and really from the streets and all that, he gonna get his little head punched off, man, because he not prepared, you know what I'm saying? He not prepared to deal with the consequences of that. And then you as a mother, what you gonna do? Once your kid get his ass kicked, that gonna cause you to react emotionally. Then you going up to the school and doing all this extra stuff, and then they going to something else. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, in my opinion, the proper way to handle this is not to get this kid outside of his element, man. Don't try to turn this kid into a little, you know what I'm saying, a little tough guy, or try to make it, you know what I'm saying, put that in him. the best thing would be to prepare him for that situation and allow him to keep being the person that he is, but just let him know if somebody put their hands on you, then you be ready to defend yourself at all times, but don't never let somebody do to you or say to you affect you in no kind of way. Because the thing about bullying is, the only thing that a bully can do to make you feel bullied is to target your insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Target the things that you feel bad about yourself, or target your so-called weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if that's physically, then, you know, you just gotta fight. But teaching an emotional reaction, like her telling that kid just to speak up and defend himself, like that ain't gonna stop whatever might be happening between him and his so-called bully. You know, because after he say that and he can't back that up, then you leaving him in a worse off situation than before. Now, some people will recognize that, okay, at least he's willing to stand up, fight for himself. But 9 times out of 10, man, these kids, they ain't fully developed enough mentally, and they ain't been through enough experiences to know that it's about the, you know, the size of the fight that's in the dog and not the dog in the fight. So, and also to make it worse, if he get beat up 9 times out of 10, this generation, they recording it and filming it, and it's leading to a whole nother list of problems, because you teaching him an emotional reaction instead of teaching him a logical reaction, and just investing in preparing him for dealing with them situations, you know. And like I said, man, a logical, manly, masculine figure, a father figure in this situation would have, you know, the knowledge to impart that within him and help him to understand that. But she doing what she can as a mother, you know, and I can't blame her for that. But like I said, boys and girls just live 2 separate lives, and no matter how much she trying to help, she may be putting him in a worse off situation versus just, okay, somebody bullying you, let's get you in some boxing lessons. Let's get you in some karate lessons. You know, teach you how to defend yourself if they approach you and put their hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the objective is to always come in peace, you know. But if it go the other way, be prepared to defend ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Be prepared to defend yourself. And from there, win, lose, or draw, you gain your respect. You know what I'm saying? But not just teaching him to run off at the mouth and saying some shit that he is clearly not ready to back up, because then that just gonna put him in a worse situation. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's paramount that you learn to stand up for yourself, you know. And I hope this kid find his way in, and whoever that bully is, you know, hopefully, you know, he learned his lesson too. Because another thing on the opposite side, if he is being bullied, y'all parents need to learn how to control y'all badass kids, man. You know, because everybody is not going to play with y'all badass kids. I'm telling you right now, especially these days, you know, I don't have no problem knocking a nigga up. I don't have no problem knocking a kid head the fuck off, because these little kids that do something to you these days, they got guns and they don't know, even though they don't know no better. Ignorance ain't no excuse for breaking the law. You know what I'm saying? So meaning, just because they not old enough to know better, that don't mean the world gonna show mercy on them just because they children. Because children are capable of some pretty, you know, evil things. And they doing it unconsciously a lot of times and not even knowing the consequences of their actions. But at the same time, you got your badass kid out here bothering people and bullying people and doing immoral things. You know, that fall back on the parent. And if your child get his head knocked off because he played with the wrong one, or he tried to rob the wrong person, or whatever he was doing that he should have been doing, then that's your fault as a parent. Control y'all badass kids, man, and start having people out here bullying. And don't try to turn these kids into something they ain't, man. Allow these children to be children. You know, teach them how to defend themselves. Teach them to use logic over emotion and teach them how to use their brain and think properly. You know, I think that's the end of this video. He ain't looking for no problem, man. Look at him. He's smiling. Let that kid keep on being a good kid. Just teach him how to use them hands and, you know, get him that confidence to let him know, don't worry about what nobody say about you, feel about you, think about you. As long as they don't put their hands on you, they can say, do, think whatever they want to. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, even as an adult, it's hard, you know, to bypass what somebody say about you and think about you and all that. You know, it make you want to knock somebody's head off. But this a kid, man. You know, you want to start off building a proper foundation, you know, of thinking logically. Because you got a long way to go. And mama ain't gonna always be around for you to say, no, you shut the fuck up, bitch. And then you get popped in the mouth. It ain't nothing else you can do after that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just get so frustrated that you just get to, you know, you just unlock your inner Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? You know, because a lot of times people like Mike and, you know, people like that, boxers and stuff, they come from being bullied. But you got to learn how to think, outthink people, man. You know? So with that being said, that's today's video, reaction video. And, yeah, man, make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out the other videos when you got time. Stay on your grind. Don't let nobody stop you. You don't need validation from nobody but yourself. Salute to this kid and salute to his mother for, you know, doing her best that she can as parent. And he obviously a good kid, a good, happy kid. So, can't knock them for that. But other than that, man, that's today's video. Till next time, I'm up out of here. Peace, love, I'm gone.
The sun illuminates the eyes behind these tinted lens. Deep within your mind is hidden gems. Take the time to dig. Always so conscious with no conscience, feel unconscious still. How can we budget trying to bond all these monthly bills? They taught us lies about the world that really wasn't real.